Good evening, this is Boardline Pants Capstone A with our weekly business update. This is Team 3 with our Week 9 update. First, I just wanted to recap what our company is based off of and what our value proposition as well as our key activities and key focuses. We're a clothing company that is focusing on boardroom and high quality business casual clothing. We want to create pants and other kinds of product that will hold up in conditions and that you can easily walk from the warehouse back into the boardroom. This week, we interviewed the gurus and we wanted to see how hard it is to retain customers, how easy it is to get customers, and how they reacted to our questions. So our first question was about getting customers initially into a sales channel. Most of our gurus did agree that the most difficult part and the most expensive part is the initial part of getting that customer. It still costs money to retain them, however, that initial part is the hardest. The second was about a value proposition, and if we met all of our value propositions, if we would definitely retain the customer. And our gurus definitely felt that it was important to do this. However, that's not the only thing that we need to consider. The third thing was that customer switching costs are extremely low with clothing. And in general, our gurus agreed with this. Customers do seem to be willing to switch clothing brands. However, they do have brand preference. Keeping up with style change can be an additional revenue. They did agree on this. In the following slide, you'll also see some other areas that they thought were very important. And then customer lifetime value is typically 3 times the acquisition costs. They did agree that this was definitely pretty accurate data. However, there were some questions on how much that is and a little bit of unknown. I think doing some additional research here will be very important. And then customers requiring frequent contact, which you'll see some on the next slide, but the gurus versus the customer scoring on this was very different. So I think all in all, our guru learnings for the week were that acquiring an initial customer is definitely more expensive. Our value proposition is something that we always need to keep in mind. However, there's much more to the success of the company than just that. An interesting part was that not only keeping up with brand and trend, but also having additional items such as socks, belts, undershirts are a huge way to generate additional revenue and make it more of a one-stop shop. The younger demographic is willing to change brands. However, an older demographic is more brand loyal and they will stick with it even if they have rough experiences from time to time with the brand. The gurus do feel like it's very important to contact customers on a regular basis. However, this is very opposite feedback than what we receive from our customers. So for our customer hypothesis scoring, we first asked them if they need a compelling reason to try new pants, and this was surprising to me. However, people are very willing to try new brands and pants if they see something that they like or a style that is trending. They will try and buy pants that have served them well, and customers definitely feel like this is 100% important to them. They will stick with a brand, and they definitely have brand recognition and brand trust. They will immediately try a different brand if they have one disappointment. Again, the younger demographic that we interviewed definitely said they would switch more quickly than someone in that older demographic age range. The interesting thing was customers did not want the clothing suppliers to contact them on a regular basis. So if you look back to our percent totals, this was very different from slide 3 with our guru hypothesis. So lastly, we have our customer learnings for the week. So customers are very willing to try new products and brands, which is great news for us. They are willing to have one bad experience. However, this might be an area that we can get new customers if they are having an experience with another company that they're not very satisfied with. They do not want to be contacted by flashy ads. If they do receive advertisements, there was a common theme that they want there to be a coupon or discount code or some kind of an informative message. They all have favorite brands and they all stick to brands, especially if the brand has a purpose for them. So if it's a more fashionable item that's just a cute t-shirt, they're definitely willing to switch brands. But if it's something that's a running shoe, hiking shoe, something that has the feature and function, it seems like everybody definitely had brands that they wanted to stick with. Thank you very much for watching tonight's episode, and we'll see you again next week.